Good day and what's up, everyone? This is Teacher Shadrach, your math teacher for today's video. Once again, guys, good day to each and every one of you. Before we start our lesson for today, I am going to present to you an activity. All right, it is called an observe. All right. So, guys, can you guess what is it? What's this? All right, it is an stapler. It is stapler. On the next slide, we have here. Can you guess what is it? It is a thumb, right? Right, very good. Another one, we have here the laptop. And this one, what is this? It is a fan, or in Tagalog, we call it pamaypay. Okay? And we have, last but not the least, I do believe we all know that it is a ruler. Okay. Now, I do believe that those pictures that we saw a while ago, it is those objects are connected with our lesson. So our lesson for today is about classifying the different kinds of angles. Now, on the another slide, we have here our lesson learning objectives. Before we start our lesson, I'm going to present to you our learning objectives. So first of course, we have to define the different kinds of angles. What are those angles that we saw a while ago on the objects that I presented to you? Secondly, we have to classify the different kinds of angles. And last but not the least, we have to recognize the importance of angles. Now, we have to define what is angle. What is angle? All right. Uh, an angle is defined as a figure formed by two non-collinear rays with a common endpoint called vertex. We can name an angle using three letters or using the vertex. All right, on the next slide. So we can see here the parts of an angle on this picture. So we can see as you notice, we have an arm, a vertex, and we have another arm, and inside of that we have the angle. So that these are the parts of an angle. On the next slide. So the measure of an angle refers to the amount of opening between the sides of two rays. So please do remember that. The measure of an angle refers to the amount of opening between the sides of two rays. And please do take note that protractor is the measuring instrument used to measure angles. And degree is the unit for measurement. Again, the thing that measures an angle that we use is protractor, and the unit for measurement is degree. So, as we move on, I'm going to discuss about what are the degrees of different kinds of angles. On the next slide, so as we name angles, we have one way. So this is one way is to use the symbol angle. As you can see, this just like this, it is a angle symbol followed by three letters. As you can see on the right side of our presentation, we have A, B, C. So those are the three letters. Secondly, the first and third letters indicate points on the two arms. So these are the arm. The arm one is AB, and the second arm is CB, right? On again another, the letter in the middle is the vertex. So that is the letter B. And inside of that, we can see the angle, or we can identify there the angle, or how much is the degree of an angle. On the next slide, all right, we have here the types of angles. So here's the types of angles. At this moment, we are going to classify these angles. So we have the first one, we have the acute angle. It says there that it is less than 90 degrees. All right. 89 degrees is considered an acute angle, but 91 degrees is not an acute angle anymore, or not exactly 90 degrees. All right. Please do remember that acute angle is less than 90 degrees, whether it be 1 degree, 2 degrees, 3 degrees, and so on and so forth. Secondly, we have here the right angle. The right angle is exactly 90 degrees. Hindi na sa sobra pa at hindi na kukulang. By the definition, again, kapag ang right angle, kapag ang acute angle is less than 90 degrees, alright, ang right angle is 90 degrees. Exactly 90 degrees. Okay? Another one, we have an obtuse angle. Obtuse angle. It says there that it is greater 90 degrees. So if we saw, or if we notice an angle having 91 degrees, it is considered as an obtuse angle. But please do take note that it is less than 180 degrees. 179 degrees is considered as an obtuse angle. All right. And last but not the least, we have the straight angle. The straight angle is exactly 180 degrees. Dapat hindi na sobra at hindi din kukulang. Kapag sumobra yan ng kahit isang degree, naging 181 degrees, that's another thing, right? Okay, so these are the types of angles. Again, we have acute angle. It is less than 90 degrees. We have the right angle, the second one. It is exactly 90 degrees. That is the right angle. And obtuse angle, it is greater than 90 degrees, but it is less than 180 degrees. And we have here the last but not the least, we have the straight angles. Okay, it is exactly 180 degrees. On the next slide, I'm going to present to you some examples that is regarding on the types of angles or the kinds of angles. All right. Yes. So this one, these objects that I have included in the PowerPoint, these are the acute angles. So we can see there the pizza that is being cut. I do believe that is an acute angle. Okay. That is I do believe that is the standard cut of a pizza, right? It is an acute angle. We have another one, the second one, it is a triangle. I do believe we can show the itong karatula na to in the streets, sa mga highways. It is a danger. I do, if correct me if I'm wrong, it is a danger sign, right? And we have the third one, we have the seesaw. Yeah, it forms an acute angle. So that is the example of acute angle. On the next slide, we have the right angle. Yes, we have the door. It literally formed an right angle. Okay. And that one, that letter L, right? It formed an right angle. And the other one, it is a crossway, right? A crossway. And if you notice there in the corner, we can form a right angle. So those are the examples that we can see around us, right? So another one we have on the next slide. This is an example of an obtuse angle. Makikita natin ito sa mga beaches, right? Sa resorts. Okay. Another one we have last but not the least. It is an straight angle, right? As you can see there, we can see a table. On the second example, we can see another ruler again. And this one is a rod or tungkod. Okay? It can form a straight angle. So again, guys, um, so those are the things that we have learned today. It is about classifying the different kinds of angles. So please do remember what are those. We have an acute angle. It is less than 90 degrees. 89 degrees is considered an acute angle. And the next one, we have the right angle. It is exactly 90 degrees, right? 91 degrees is not considered a right angle. It is an obtuse angle. So the obtuse angle is greater than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees. Hindi na sobra. Pag sumobra ng 180 degrees or exactly 180 degrees, it is a straight angle. All right. So again, guys, thank you so much for listening and God bless. See you next video.